Did we just witness the best game in MLB history? Welcome to the Dom Skiing Channel, your one-stop shop for the MLB storylines on America and Canada's minds. And this might have been the best game in MLB history. We've got Shohei Ohtani tying the on-base record, going on base 9 times. I mean, you've got former Mariner Will Klein going out there and putting 56.3 win probability added. Eric Lauer, former Milwaukee Brewer, now starter turned reliever for the Toronto Blue Jays. Eric Lauer, 61.3 win probability added, and Shohei Ohtani, 75.7. But Freddie Freeman gets the walk-off homer again, just like last year. And this game, I mean, I might have predicted the final score, Dodgers 6, Blue Jays 5. I mean, but who could see any of this coming? I mean, I picked Shohei to homer. He homered twice. And I picked Barger to homer. He did not. He did go 2 for 4, score a run. But my 2 homer picks from Friday night also homered here, Teoscar Hernandez and Alejandro Kirk. But none of this was predictable at all. You've got several former Mariners playing a role. Ty France getting in there. Justin Robleski. You got Will Klein going 4 innings at the end. 5 strikeouts to 2 walks, allowing just 1 hit over those 4 innings. And after the Blue Jays had those base running mistakes late in the game, they never recovered. I mean, they were putting together some good at-bats. Guys like Tyler Heineman even putting together good at-bats. Varsho really battling there at the end. But ultimately, it just, went the Dodgers' way. 18 innings seems to be the limit for a playoff game this far. I was at the 18-inning game in Seattle. I'm sure some of you were that subscribed to me. The LA Dodgers played a game 3 that was 18 innings 7 years and 1 day ago, October 26th, 2018. And now we've got another 18-inning masterpiece where Ernie Clement takes 8 at-bats. Nathan Lucas takes 8 at-bats. Mookie Betts takes 8 at-bats. So does Teo Hernandez and Tommy Edman. But the difference in this one, I mean, just inches on these base running plays, literal actual ties going to the runner with IKF in, I think that was the 18th inning. And yeah, I mean, you've got to hand it to this Dodgers bullpen because these blanks, first of all, I said this game was going to be determined off of whoever walks more is going to win. And the starting pitching matchup was kind of, a resurgence of the curveball. And now I haven't even checked how many walks, each team had, because why would I during a masterpiece like this? 9 walks for the Blue Jays over 18 innings, and the Dodgers walk 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The Dodgers walked 10 times. The Blue Jays walked 9. So that prediction also came true. The score came true. Shohei homered. And, I mean, I've got to give my hat off to Will Klein. And I've got to say, Mariners fans, this is why you do not give up on a reliever after 1 bad outing, 2 bad outings. You do not make a rush judgment like that. This dude, he's NFL starting quarterback size at 6'4", 225. You see he's imposing, literally digging into the mound so much that he needed somebody else to come and scrape dirt off of his cleats. This game literally had everything. I mean, the Blue Jays having a fruit tray in the dugout seems to give them tons of energy, right, in the late innings. When it gets to this point, it's just such a human game. And you see at the end there with Freddie Freeman, more relief than anything else crossing that plate. More relief from the Dodgers than anything else. Obviously Will Klein deserves to be fired up. But then an all-time quote from Shohei in the post-game press conference as well. He's asked about all this, tying the MLB on-base record. He tied the playoff on-base record with 8, that might have set the playoff record for times getting on base in a game, and then tied the MLB record for getting on base in a game with 9 times on base. I mean, just got to give so much credit where it's due. I have to say, here's a random thought. Will Smith, I don't want to hear that Will Smith is not a good defensive catcher anymore. He proved that he is tonight from standing there after, getting hit on the wrist, would break a normal human being's wrist. He is certainly not a normal human being. A lot of blocks and a lot of wild pitches that he, I didn't think he was going to be able to block that he does, because he's athletic. He was framing well, even in the 18th inning. So, till the very last pitch, those last 2 pitches of the game, he framed excellently. Going to do just a tiny bit of data on the actual pitchers and stuff. Scherzer getting 13 swinging strikes on 79 pitches here. And want to look at the average exit velocities in this one as well. When we look at his average exit velocities in this one, Baseball Savant actually switched it up. So, his average, this is what I was curious about. Curveball, 1 batted ball event on the curveball, 113.8 miles an hour. I think that was Shohei's first home run, was on the curveball. So, was it... Yeah, I know you guys don't want to watch me look for this stuff. And after this game, why dig too hard into the data? I want to look at a few things, though. Got to look at Eric Lauer pitched 68 pitches, basically the full game, only 5 swinging strikes. But he was cruising through those 68 pitches. 84.9 mile an hour average exit velocity. The balls were dying left and right on the warning track. Teoscar Hernandez had one that died on the warning track. At first pitch he swung out. Will Smith had one that everybody thought was out that died on the warning track. Glasnow in this one, his average exit velocity on the curveball, only 4 batted ball events, 92.5 average EV, 88 on the night for him, and he has it with 10 swinging strikes on 85 pitches. Not quite as much as you want to see for him. Throwing a total of 26 curveballs to 31 sinkers. So both Glasnow and Scherzer ended up using the curveballs a lot, but they got kind of crushed. Will Klein and Emmett Sheehan, by the way, this guy's a monster. This guy is going to be the 5th starter for the Dodgers next year, but he's going to be a monster. And if they're going to go 6-man rotation at some point in the regular season. Watch out for this guy, Emmett Sheehan, to break out and be a sneaky all-star pick next year. He throws 37 pitches in this one, but with the 4-seam slider, changeup, curveball, I hate to say it, he reminds me just a little bit of Max Scherzer. 5 swinging strikes on 37 pitches. Not a ton, but not too little either. And Will Klein, 72 pitches. Is that the most of any pitcher in this one? No, Scherzer did throw 79, and Glasnow threw, I think, 80-something. But, Will Klein, 7 swinging strikes on 72 pitches. 4-seam, curveball, sweeper, cutter. And I'm surprised he even had the curveball, sweeper, cutter, all 3 of those pitches in his back pocket. If you look at his data, I'm not going to get too deep into this. Why would you want to watch too much more baseball content after what you would just watch, one of the greatest games of all time? But the fact that he's only a 57% 4-seam, 22% curve, 16% cutter, 4% sweeper, unconventional pick switch since he's joined the Dodgers, especially. I remember with the Mariners, I don't think he was throwing this many pitches, if I'm being honest. Somebody could tell me if they know down in the comments below. You'd have to be way smarter than me to know that, though, so don't expect you to. And I will say, there was somebody I talked to when I visited Los Angeles this year in the Dodgers organization, and him and I were joking about Will Klein, just how, he's got the physical tools, he's got a lot of interesting traits about him, and wow, did it show up tonight. He's actually 6'5", 230. You got to see it now. This guy is going to get paid. He's going to have a long MLB career. The name is going to live on because of this. But also, I think it's time to start taking a serious look at this 25-year-old right-hander. Definitely as a bullpen option, but at this point, it might even be possible that somebody tries to turn him into a starting pitcher and pays him that way. Anyway, I will be back with you guys for the pregame tomorrow. Just Shohei Ohtani's all-time quote. Back to that, which is one thing I'm going to end with. Is, he was asked, are you ready to start? You're a starting pitcher for tomorrow's game. How are you going to be ready for that? He says, well, I just want to go to sleep as soon as I can so I can prepare. And that's exactly how we all feel too. But last thing I'll end with is, as long as you go 1-0 every pitch, stay stoic and give all the glory back to God, you will absolutely be successful. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the morning. And go M's, and shout out to all these former Mariners who played a role in one of the greatest games of all time.